Macintosh Madness. I like your username. I'm a big fan of Max myself. So, at your request, I decided to stay up late tonight and record this commentary just for you. I was really happy with how this game turned out with the Mosin-Nagant. I'm obviously using the Mosin-Nagant unscoped with stopping power and deep impact to give me that one-shot kill to the head or chest. I really get my rhythm going well in this game. I start out, basically take down the first 5 guys with a single shot kill. And trust me, there's nothing that feels better than taking out guys with SMGs than taking them down with that single shot with your bolt action rifle. By now almost everyone has learned not to run through the center courtyard on night fire, so I pop up in the sniping spot really just to get a handle on whether the other team has gone to the right or left. Don't see them right, and sure enough, here they are to the left. A single shot takes out Sergeant Dylan 12, and another single shot takes down Diddy 0924. If you were watching closely, you probably saw Diddy 0924 trying some shuck and jive maneuver right there. When you're playing with the bolt action rifle, one of the things you got to learn is to be patient with your shots. Take the shot when you've got it. Don't rush it. And here you can see doing the same thing. Take 2 clean shots, and like I said, 5 guys down, single shot kills. Now that I got 5 kills and I've called in my artillery, I obviously want to play a little more conservatively, so I head over to the right side, trying to flank these guys. And sure enough, I managed to catch Sergeant Dylan 12 one more time, lit up against the backdrop of the artillery. And I get another guy coming out, miss him with the Mosin-Nagant, and turns out it's my good buddy Diddy 0924, and gives me the 7th kill with my 357. Now that I got dogs, I can play a little more aggressively, so I head out into the action. And thankfully these guys decide they're going to charge straight up the middle at me. Sergeant Dylan 12 goes down one more time. Get another guy, miss him with the first shot. Take down Adam 429 with the second, and you can see my dogs are now in action as well. For me, each of the bolt action rifles has a slightly different feel, a different style of gameplay associated with it. It involves elements of where you point the gun, what you do to rotate, and how you slide to basically get the gun centered on the target. And so if you watch each of the kills in here, you can kind of get a feel for how I play with the Mosin-Nagant. I recommend you try out variations of those 3 elements. Again, where do you point before you aim, and then how do you turn and slide to get the gun centered on the target. I'm obviously back here in the action again, and it looks like I get a couple nice single shot kills. Adam 429 and Corrupt both go down to give me a 15 kill streak. At this point, we don't have a recon plane, so I'm playing a little bit safe, trying to protect myself. Looking back, I saw some guy in the mini-map, and Diddy 0924, major fail with the STG 44. Not sure why he missed me there. You're about to see me now get into the situation you definitely don't want to end up in with a bolt action rifle. I actually end up with 3 guys coming at me. Obviously can't figure out who I want to shoot at, and that hesitation cost me. Looking back, I probably should have pulled out the 357 right there and started blasting away at everything in sight. But I didn't, so I go down. But now I got the 357 and I remedy that situation. Take out Corrupt and come back up. And the 357 also take down Sergeant Dylan 12 one more time. As you just saw, your pistol could be a pretty formidable weapon in its own right. I had a lot of guys ask about using overkill and what gun would I recommend using. At this point, I'd recommend just get really good with your pistol. Use stopping power or something else for perk 2, and stick with the 357. Up close in a fight, a 357 can really do a lot of damage and take out anyone with an SMG. If you've been paying attention, you notice I missed a guy going to the left, and so I go back to get him, and that's got to be one of the most satisfying shots right there. Guy opens up on me with a Type 100, and a single shot from my Mosin-Nagant shuts him up and takes him down. Gotta love the bolt actions when you're playing like that. At this point, I'm hanging back. I just noticed someone firing rifle grenades at us. I've learned. I just try to stay clear of somebody using rifle grenades. Let them use up their 2 grenades and then go in for the kill. Rifle grenades are pretty potent. In some ways, second only to the MP40 in terms of a noob weapon in Call of Duty World at War. If you notice, I also stay at the edge of the artillery called in by Carrot Bong. I don't want to get dazed by my own team's artillery. At the same time, though, I want to take advantage and try to catch those guys running away from it on the other team. And so I get 2 more kills, and now I'm able to call in artillery myself. I'm going to play it safe while my artillery strike is going on. So I head up over here to the edge, and sure enough, the artillery starts pounding and takes down Diddy 0924 and Corrupt, and they give me 7 kills and dogs. As I head back into the game, Corrupt actually manages to go through some magical sequence here, lays down a mine, survives it blowing up, and manages to take me down for my final death in the game. And I come back in, spawn, and fittingly, one last kill. Diddy 0924 goes down. Final kill of the game. Again, another great game with the Mosin-Nagant. Highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing.